Hey everyone, welcome back to the garden. Let's see how much we can get done in an hour. It's time to take the beautiful sweet pea arch down. There's a ton of aphids. It's getting hit with powdery mildew now. So it's time to go, but it was such a great addition to the garden this year. Next year, I think I'm going to do sweet peas and peas on the same arch. So just take one more moment to enjoy this beautiful sweet pea arch. Okay, bye-bye, sweet peas. Okay, we've got one side down, and since there was a lot of powdery mildew and disease, I'm going to try it to dig up as much of the roots as I can. Let's do the other side. There's so many ladybugs. Please stay. I'm going to put you over here. This is hopefully going to let my cucumbers do something. I'm going to clean up all of my cucumbers now. These leaves are toast. It's not going to leave us with many leaves. I don't want all of these dying leaves because it's just going to attract more pests. But it's really tried to stuff some beans in here too, and I don't think that was a good idea. Between the aphids and the powdery mildew, this year has been challenging, to say the least. Learning lots of things. I've definitely learned that when I'm planting my vegetables up an arch trellis, you want to make sure that you're planting cool season crops with other cool season crops so that you can kind of take things down at the same time. I planted sweet peas and cucumbers, and those are both completely different. Like, sweet peas are a cool season crop, and then cucumbers are a warm season crop. So now my cucumbers are covered with aphids, and I can't really take these down yet because they're still producing fruit. So I'm just going to give them another hose down with the water to kind of throw them off of the plant. That'll buy us some time at least. A fresh layer of compost to my squash arch. This squash arch, I had a lot of high hopes for it, and it's kind of been a little bit underwhelming, but we're going to make the most of it. We're going to add a nice fresh layer of compost, and hopefully this will give it the little boost that it needs for the rest of the season. Just had such weird weather this year. It was really warm, and then it was cold, and then it's been rainy, and we've been getting really cold nights and warm days. So I think that nobody knows what's going on. I haven't been using any liquid fertilizer this year. I've just been adding fresh layers of compost, and it's been working really well. Added a really thick layer in the spring, and then I've just been kind of amending my beds as I go. Every time I plant more seeds, or anytime something looks like it needs a little boost, I just add a fresh layer of compost, and it really perks up. So I hope that's what will happen with my squash. Let's do the same on this side. Tie my sunburst squash up to its little pole, a little support. That looks way better. I'm going to cut off all the excess. Got some fresh compost, and my sunburst squash is pinned up. Next, we're going to remove these raspberry suckers that are trying to take over this bed. I have a wooden divider in the middle of this bed, but it doesn't really seem to stop them at all. Raspberries are a terrible neighbor, so until I let them take over this entire bed, I'm going to have to pull them out every couple of weeks. I just take a shovel and try to get down as far as I can and remove as much of the root as possible. The young suckers are a lot easier to remove than the more established ones. I planted bush beans in this bed after I planted my garlic, so I direct sowed 3 different types of bush beans, yellow, green, and purple, and then I planted some radishes in the front, lettuce in between all of the bush beans, and then some zinnias in the back. Next, we're gonna deal with the zucchini. I'm gonna cut off all of these really infected pieces, and I'm gonna take this guy out because it's being shaded by this huge bean teepee, and I think these ones will appreciate the extra space. Well, I've got my compost, so I'm just gonna add a layer of compost into it too. We're gonna do the same thing to this side of the garden with all my pumpkins. Gonna get rid of all these yellow leaves. Compost. We have a rotting pumpkin. Just gonna take that off. Okay, now we're gonna get the compost. Okay, the last thing I want to do is collect some nasturtium seeds. These flowers will dry out and then produce these little pods. Once the pods get to the point where they're like this, nice and dry, and they fall off really easily, you can collect these seeds, dry them out, and you'll have nasturtium seeds for next year. And any of the ones that have fallen on the ground here, that have dried up, you can collect those. If you give them a little tug and they're not falling off, that means they're not ready. But sometimes they'll just fall off, and you'll have to collect them off the ground. Oh my gosh, look at all of these. Just give it a shake and collect the ones that have fallen off. Oh man, I need like a cushion for out here. Okay, we were able to collect a little bowl. I'm gonna dry these out and then store them in a paper bag. Okay, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video.